Good morning, brothers, and the occasional sister. I'm not going to be making a habit out of doing videos from my bed like this. Naked in my bed. I'm not going to do this too many times, but this is not normal for me to still be in bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't set the alarm on purpose last night because I needed to have a sleep in. I had the most mega day yesterday. I overcame feeling really less than average. Went out, went fishing, caught a fish I've been trying to catch for the last 2 years. I haven't caught a kingfish in the last 2 years. Caught it, the biggest kingfish I'd ever caught in my kayak, which is on my boat just out there. On my boat, on my God, I'm still asleep. On my ute just out there, and smashed it out. I was a mate to myself yesterday. I woke up. I have this thing where I suffer from Epstein-Barr syndrome, which is it's glandular fever. It's reoccurrence. That's the proper name to glandular fever, Epstein-Barr. And I've had that since I was a teenager. And because it's an opportunist type virus, when you get run down, it goes, "Hey, I'm back, old friend. Here I am." Bang, and it knocks you on your ass. Your glands hurt all under here. All your glands under your arms hurt, and you just can't lift your arms. It's like your legs. You feel like shit. So I got that. And the reason I got that is because I got two. I'm lucky. I don't get just one virus. I've got two viruses in my system. I've got the herpes virus, which you can see on my lip. There's it there. And that runs through your whole body. You get run down. You don't get sleep. You get stressed. You don't get enough good nutrition. All these things that can happen. In my case, it was a lack of sleep. I've been working too much. Probably had some stress too, actually, because I was looking after someone who was really causing me a lot of worry. So that as well. So these two viruses combined just smashed me over. And so I started being a mate to myself. And this is what I want to make this message today. Be a mate to yourself. I don't prescribe to this thing, you could love yourself. That's some sort of airy-fairy hippie thing. I don't prescribe to that because that's like, there's a duality in that. It's like there's two of you. There's me and then there's myself I love over there. But you do have to like the person you are. And you also have to accept things about yourself that are less than graceful, that are less than nice, and things that you probably don't like. But you've also at some point got to say, hey, I've evolved past that. Man, if I clung to who I used to be, I'd be like, geez, I'm a prick, geez, I'm a horrible person. Because the reality was, when I was in Europe as a singer and performer, I was bordering on being a narcissist. I had so many different girlfriends and never thought to how it was affecting them. Like, I was using women for my own just sexual gratification. And there's no other way to paint it. And that was not only immoral, but uncaring to how it affected them. There was no thought to how it left each person feeling in that short, fleeting relationship, whether it was one night or once a week or whatever it was. And I had a lot of women over there in my younger days. We're talking 30 years ago now, but God, it is 30 years ago I started. I was 27 when I went there. I'm now 57, so yeah. Anyway, that aside, the message is be a mate to yourself. That means no one's going to kick you up the ass and make you do the stuff that you need to do to get yourself well again. So yesterday when I woke up feeling so drained, I thought, well, I'm going fishing. And I also don't prescribe to the thing that you've got to rest up all the time. We don't have to rest up. There's plenty of time of resting when you're really old and you're really sick and you're really fucked. If you get COVID, then you better rest up. Or if you've got really bad cancer and you lose 10 or 15k of your body weight, then you might have to rest up. I didn't when I did, but you might have to. I don't prescribe to that. I think life, and one of the reasons I believe I'm still here after having a serious cancer, 2 tumours that had grown outside of the prostate, is because I didn't rest up. I kept on pushing hard. I thought, I'm not fucking ready to let this life go now. And I didn't rest up. I went hard with my diet and fasting, and I went hard with exercise and hard with changing my sleep program, making sure I got more sleep, and hard with making sure that this was working well. I did a lot of hard work to be here. I was proactive. I was a mate to myself. So you've got to be a mate to yourself. And this is what today's message is. You've got to imagine that you've got a mate that you really love. And I've got a handful of mates that I really love. And when I see them struggling, I say, come on, mate. Let's get out, take the dogs for a run, see if we can catch a pig. Or come on, mate, let's take the rucksacks and leave our dogs behind and just put a rifle on our back just in case and go over to that next range and camp the night over there and scope some new ground we can hunt and maybe find a place where we can take the dogs next time. We'll do some scouting around. Scouting is different to hunting. Scouting is when you leave your dogs at home and you're just looking at a place to hunt. Or, come on, mate, let's put the kayaks on. I've got a spare one, then I'll take you out and we'll do some kayak fishing. And you get your mate motivated because you can see that he's struggling. That's what a mate does to a mate. Well, how are you doing, mate? Do you want to just have a good feed? I'll cook you up some venison backstraps. I did that yesterday for my son. Yeah. So, be a mate to yourself. Because no one else is going to. No one else is going to take your hand when you're feeling less than fantastic and make you do these things. So for me, I was a mate to myself yesterday. I said, come on, mate. I didn't want to go, but I was like my mate taking for a fish. Get that kayak off the ute. Let's get it out in the water and let's see if we can catch that elusive kingfish. And we got it. We got it. 87 centimetres of kingfish. And the video is going to be fucking hilarious. I can't wait to show my patrons. It's going to go to Patreon first and public later on. But the video is going to be hilarious because here I am. You know, I've got this picture of myself. I'm a manly man. I can get out and fish and hunt and do all these things. No. I was screaming like a little bitch ass. I was in my kayak, out of control. This thing, screaming the reel out. Me screaming like a little bitch. Coming out. Then underneath the boat, just about flipping over. And I had no lead tied to the rod like you're supposed to, and it's a $2,000 rod with a big transformer reel and a jig-star rod, and I'm like, I'm going to lose it, or then I'm going to lose the fish, and it's like out of control the whole time, and I didn't stop screaming for about 7 minutes, and it's fucking hilarious. It really is. I was looking at it yesterday. I had two video angles out of a GoPro in front of me, and one on my head looking at my view, and one looking at me, and I only normally use one GoPro, but I thought I'd put two in yesterday, because one of the GoPros I'd bought for a mate, I sent it to him, a brand new GoPro, as a mate that I down south I hunt with, and he sent it back to me. He said, I can't accept this. So now I've got two GoPros. Yeah, I bought him a brand new GoPro, and he just couldn't take it. Some people can't accept gifts. I don't think that's a rare thing. I'm the same. I struggle to get things. I've got some stuff that someone sent me like 4 weeks ago. I still haven't opened it. So I do get that. And I don't think it's as uncommon as people think. A lot of people struggle to receive. And that's also about feeling that you're worthy to get it, or maybe it's because the other person, you love them so much you don't want to take something from them. Perhaps it's that too. I don't know. But I've always struggled with receiving. Probably because I come from a very, very poor family. We didn't have much at all, and getting something's a big deal still. Even though all these years later, when I've got money and I've got my own house finally, it's still a big deal. Anyway, that aside, be a mate to yourself and take yourself by your hand and drag yourself off and do shit. Make shit happen. Do epic shit. Right, I'm going to finish this video up because the first thing I do every morning when I wake is I shape motivation. I know what time it is because the alarm, I know what time it's set. This morning I didn't know what time it was. I thought, oh, what time is it? So I picked up my phone and looked at the time. Normally I shape motivation first, but I looked at the phone and I thought, oh, God, I slept in. It's 8 o'clock. And I also had a new message from Peter. Peter's in the Brocheck Club, subscribed to the channel, and he's a man that I've been keeping in contact with through his battle with lung cancer. And Peter, I know you're watching this, so big warm greetings to you, and thank you for your message this morning. I've thought about Peter a lot because obviously he's gone through a pretty hard battle. Lung cancer often spells bad news. It can mean the end. I've lost 4 people, including my children's stepmother from lung cancer at 50. She was a smoker. So when Peter told me, it was a while ago now, that he had lung cancer, he was facing this, I was thinking, well, he may have to be getting ready to accept that he's going to die. Because it can be that. It can be a death sentence. So can pancreatic cancer. A lot of cancers can be. So can prostate cancer. And sometimes it can't too. Often life goes on after cancer. And life is so much sweeter when it does, because you're still here when you thought you weren't going to be. So what I said to Peter was, Peter said that, first of all, that he'd had surgery yesterday. They'd removed 1 centimetre of his intestine. He's been given the all clear on his lungs, which is fucking awesome, mate. And they've removed that from his intestine, and I believe the lymph nodes were okay, mate, or they may have removed some. I can't remember what I read, sorry. But you're still here, and you've still got time now. You're like me, you're in recession. We don't ever say we're 100% clear, because cancer likes to come back and knock on your door again. It's like an old mate returning who didn't really want to, I'm here, I've come back again to see you. Fuck off, mate. So That can happen, so we say we're in recession, but we practice good practices if we want to still be here. We practice fasting, keto diet, exercise, good mindset, good sleep, and make sure we surround ourselves and we're a mate to ourselves first and foremost, doing things that make us feel good. Otherwise, cancer's also an opportunist that will feed on you. Cancer loves sugar. That's why you drop all refined carbohydrates and sugar. No, zero sugar and all refined carbohydrates. And also, you fast. People say, why do you fast? You're too skinny, Clay. Well, the reason I fast is because it puts you into a state of autophagy, and that is when your body's eating itself. And apoptosis is a thing which goes on. It's a cool name, isn't it? Goes on inside your body, and that's where cells are eating cells, and they eat the cancerous cells as well and reuse them, make them into a sort of a fuel that you can use for energy. But to do that, you've got to fast. I fast 23 hours a day, and I eat once a day. So one meal a day for an hour, and you can be short a day. Actually, I was going to say I'd be kingfish, but I'm going to let that kingfish hang for another 2 days so the oil's really solidified, because I'm going to eat most of it raw. Going back to Peter, what I said to him in my message back to him was, it could have gone the other way. Death could have been coming. You could have found out it metastasized right through your whole lungs and was heading into your spine and into your stomach, as it has done with my friend Goober, who, if you're watching this, Goober, I hope you're still with us, buddy. Goober's right, he's at end days of his life now, and he's had to face that. He's my age. You could have been in the same boat as Goober. Goober's one of my patrons too. I've got a lot of men that I talk with that are terminal with cancer, and I've got a lot of men that are like you, Peter, that have been given an extra chance. My message to you is, now's the time to practice gratitude. Now's the time to go, I'm still here. I've got more time. Use that time wisely, because time is all you have. Money, you ain't going to take that to the grave with you. You're born with nothing like this, naked, and you're going to die with nothing. Nothing. You're taking nothing with you. So forget about getting so caught up in, I've got to get this and I've got to get that and I've got to own this and I've got to have that and I've got to achieve this. Get caught up in, this moment will never come again. I'm still here. I could have been dead, but I've got extra time. There's those around me much younger than me that are no longer here experiencing it. I'm still here. And grab that and cherish that, because that's the richest thing you've got. And on that note, I'm filled with joy because I'm still here. I love being here. I love it. More than ever, because I came so close to checking out. And that's how we've got to be, regardless of whether you have cancer or you have a fight with diabetes type 2 or diabetes type 1, or you have a stroke and you survive, or you have a stent and you survive, or you have some immune deficiency problem that you're fighting, or you've got something in your life that's dogging you all the time. If you're living in constant pain, if you are, my recommendation is take CBD oil. I take it regularly, and for pain, it's just, I took it last night, took quite a bit. Slept like a baby. Slept like a baby. Often I wake up with pain, but last night slept like a baby. So CBD oil, you can get it from your doctor. You should be able to, at least. And, there's another topic for another day. They haven't really, they're not quite on the ball with that. I get mine from a witch. Anyway, that was today's message. Be a mate to yourself, because no one's going to take your hand, buy you and drag you off and do all the things that you need to do to be well. You need to do that. So start being a mate to yourself. Smash out the day. I'm going to put some pants on, walk my dogs, because it's been 2 hours since I've had their morning walk, and smash into this day myself. Go steady. See you later. Right. Time to walk pace. He's probably listening to me talk out the window, because I opened the window because he was barking before. I'll pan around and just show you where his kennels are over here. Just over there. I don't know if you can see. By the blue caravan next to it. Anyway, I need to get up and do stuff. Great talking to you. See you in the next bro check video, and the next one should be from Crispy, I believe. I think one of our bros is sending a video on, or it could even be from Joel. Not sure yet. Got to look at my computer later on the day, but right now it's time to walk dogs. See you later.